Hi guys, welcome to Palace to the Core. My name is Stephen Dawes, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the game against Everton. Plus, I'm going to be giving you the team news for the game on Tuesday. So stick around to the end of the match review, and I'll be giving you details of who's fit and who isn't. So first of all, the Everton game. Obviously, we just come off the back of a couple of good wins, or three good wins, in fact. And I thought that we might be able to extend it because Everton haven't had the best of seasons. Even under Sean Dyche, they haven't never really set anything alight. So I was hoping that we'd be able to overturn them. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But I felt that we were, Sean Dyche sets up his teams quite well. He sets them up to be, a bothersome team. He sets them up to be very resistant and resilient. And he was just trying to flood the midfield with players and stop us from playing, and it worked to some extent. Eze and Elise didn't really have a huge amount in the game. It was very much, he managed to keep them very much tightly marked. So there wasn't really anything going on creatively, which was a bit of a shame. And AU though was working hard. I think that he was doing his usual stuff. He was working hard and trying to get things started and trying to get things moving on. We had a few chances here and there, not too much to speak of. And the same really for Everton. They had a couple of chances here and there. Sam Johnson had another very good game, and it managed to stay 0-0, which I think at the end of it was probably about right because it was kind of honours even for both of them. Really, it wasn't really anything to shout about in terms of quality or stuff like that. I was hoping that it would be similar to the previous games we've had, where we had a kind of slow start in the first half, second half come out and be a bit more adventurous. And I think the problem was that because of the way that Everton was set up, it was difficult for us to be a bit more adventurous and go on the front foot. But I think you know that's what we need to do. I think we need to be a bit more adventurous. We need to be a bit more pressing on the opposition, and we just need to get a bit more momentum, I think, in our game, be a bit quicker to the ball and a bit quicker passing the ball around to get past difficult defences like that and difficult midfields. It was great to see Joachim Anderson pinging the balls left and right as he has done previously. It was good to see him doing that again. I thought that was really good. And overall, I think the team did well. We were resilient when Everton were on their attack, and we were trying to get things happening when we were on attack ourselves. But it was just one of those games that just ended up as a 0-0, which you just got to strike it off and say on to the next game, which of course is going to be Wolves on Tuesday evening. So that's going to be an away game. So hopefully we'll be able to take a bit of a fight to Wolves and get another victory. I mean, we're edging closer to safety. I think that the point that we got against Everton was a good point, and hopefully we'll be able to get at least a point from Wolves and then work our way forwards. But then of course we've got West Ham just after that as well. They're packing in the fixtures a little bit tight at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to get something out of those two games. On to Wolves, of course, and Roy Hodgson was talking about the team that was going to be available to take on Wolves. He said that he is expecting Wilfried Zaha and Nathaniel Klein to be back in training this week, which is good. He says obviously they're not going to be available for Wolves, and he doesn't think they're going to be available for West Ham either. But he's pleased that they're going to be back in training, and hopefully they'll be back as quickly as possible. Of course, he said that Wilfried Zaha is an integral part of the team, which he is, and that he's hoping he'll be back sooner rather than later. So fingers crossed, keep all your fingers crossed for that he returns, hopefully maybe after the West Ham game if all is going well. But Roy Hodgson said he had no issues from the game against Everton. Nobody picked up any injuries, and so it's just the usual ones that we've had at the moment. Sam Johnson, he is expecting to be in goal again. Gaeta, of course, was on the bench against Everton, but Roy Hodgson has said that Sam Johnson's done such a very good job that he's kind of keeping Vincente out at the moment, which is often how it happens in football. And he just says that when Vincente then gets his opportunity, if he takes it, he'll be in goal. So he's very happy with the fact that he's got two very good experienced goalkeepers, and he's been very happy with the way both of them have played. So that's the reason why Sam is in the goal, and he's going to stay in goal, I think, until something happens to change that. He was also asked about maybe changing the teams around a bit, doing a bit of squad rotation because of the three games coming up in quick succession. And he says that sometimes has the opposite effect. Sometimes it doesn't work out. So he's not anticipating rotating the squad at all, of course, unless he gets injuries and anything like that. And I'm sure that he will make good use of substitutions during the games as well, especially if we're in on the front foot, winning games and stuff like that. So it is a possibility that he'll be changing things around during the game, but he says that he's not anticipating changing anything before the game. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Hopefully, we'll get the win against Wolves, and I'll be doing a video about that afterwards as well. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest Crystal Palace news, and I will see you next time.